Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Minotaur here, and I am back for my team analysis for week 5 of the GBA D-league, going up against Turbo and his Phoenix Midnight. Make sure you go check him out, link in the description down below. Likelihood is you already know who he is absolutely kicking off right now, so congrats for you, dude, for all your great content. But I'm gonna have to kick your ass this week because this is a very important week for both of us. I think it's slightly more important for me simply because I'm 2-2, and if I go to 3-2, it's like, oh man, I'm really going to be battling with trying to stay even all season. But if I go positive on the 3-2 side, then it's like, okay, next game I've got a chance to go one game clear of the mark, which everyone is saying 6 and 5. So I think you've got to try and aim for 7 or 4, realistically, if you want to make playoffs, to like be guaranteed playoffs, because I think there are going to be 6 and 5 teams that don't make playoffs due to differential. And Turbo right now is 3 and 1, so he's not as important, but I would then catch him, and I think he would still be ahead of me in differential, but I would then catch him or in terms of record, along with a lot of other teams, because there are a few other teams that are 2 and 2, and I think everyone is playing everyone this week. He'd also stay with any of the other 3 and 1 teams that were to win. That went to 4 and 1, and 4 and 1 is really a big cushion. You're starting to look like a almost guaranteed playoff team. At that stage, it's kind of it becomes a bit of a choke if you don't make playoffs after going 4 and 1, I think. So as you guys can see, the roster that Turbo has is actually a really good roster. I think that the changes he made mid-season were really clever for his particular team, and the dude has got so many wall breakers, it's unbelievable. So his team consists of Mega Aerodactyl, Kyron Black, Jirachi, Tapu Bulu, Azumarill, Nidoking, Emboar, Persian, Alola, Raichu, Masquerain, and Claydol. Man, this guy's got a lot of wall breakers. Let me just go through the wall breakers again. Kyron Black, Tapu Bulu, Azumarill, Nidoking, and Emboar. 5, and it's not like they're wall breakers that can be a sweeper if you give it a choice bound. Yeah, it's a wall breaker, and all of them are just wall breakers. They absolutely destroy teams. So from that, what you guys are going to see is I am taking a more offensive approach to this match because his offense absolutely annihilates me. He does have the webs there, which I'm actually not too fussed about this match. I do think I'm going to get the opportunity to defog them if he decides to bring them. If he does decide to bring the Masquerain, then that is one less thing for him to be bringing. I think the 6 I'm expecting, well, the 2 that I'm not expecting 100% are the Raichu and the Claydol. However, Raichu sorry. Raichu and Emboar. Claydol can definitely come. It's actually quite potentially in my top 6 that are going to come. The Raichu and the Emboar. Scarf Emboar is good. It really poops a lot of my team. But like if he's Scarfed and Zygarde comes in and gets set up, it's really bad for Turbo. Turbo does not appreciate Zygarde one bit. Like Tapu Bulu is not a Zygarde switch in. I'm sorry, it's really not. Zygarde gets Sludge Wave and Iron Tail, so it's even hard to run a berry. If you get the berry right, then congrats, but you're still taking that risk every game of which berry am I gonna is he gonna go for? So yeah, he just doesn't have a good Zygarde check, so having something that Zygarde can set up on is not great. Also, like stuff like Thick Fat Snorlax would beat it, and a lot of my team outspeeds it and does big damage to it. I've got Mew as well. Don't get me wrong, like a Banded Emboar Mew does not switch into that. Like I can see why he would bring it. I don't feel it has the best matchup here. And Raichu could also come just because he likes his low tier Z move, as we know it's Turbo, and he likes to go for those low tier Z moves. So both of those could come, but they're the least likely to come in my opinion. And the 6 I think that are coming, okay, I'm gonna give you, I think for sure Mega Aerodactyl, Kyron Black, and Jirachi are coming. For sure, I think those 3 are coming. Although he hasn't shown too much tendency to bring the Kyron Black, I think it's really quite good this game, and I do think he's going to bring it. Then I am also pretty much expecting Tapu Bulu, Azumarill to come. I would be a bit surprised if they didn't come. Wouldn't be absolutely shocked, but I do think they are coming. And Nidoking is also good against my team, and so is the Masquerain and the Claydol. I'm actually expecting the Claydol to come. If I had to pick 6, he's going to bring Aerodactyl, Kyron Black, Jirachi, Tapu Bulu, Azumarill, and the Claydol, because nothing takes a hit from my Zygarde. Ice Beam Claydol does that okay-ish well. However, he may want to stray away from the Claydol, just because then if I put my Z move, Claydol is going to go down. Like Z Zygarde is just so hard to prep for, so he may just stray away from that and go with Nido or Persian or even the Masquerade. One of those. So, as you guys can see, the 6 that I decided to bring are the Gengar, the Mew, the Rotom, the Zygarde, the Cavalion, and the Snorlax. Some huge threats to my opponent's team, and as you guys can see, I am leaving behind the Charizard Y, and that is something Turbo has to prep for extensively because he does not have good switch-ins to Charizard Y. It has a pretty good speed tier against his team. Yes, Aerodactyl can come in and revenge it, but I can then go into defensive Mew quite comfortably on the Aerodactyl, so I think he's going to be very well prepped for the Zard Y. And Victory Bell. Victory Bell also has a very good matchup this game if I bring the correct sets. However, I do not feel it's reliable and is going to win every single game. And I think the team I have right now is slightly more reliable. Zard Y is really, really great, but I don't really want to be worrying about the Stealth Rocks and stuff. The other thing with Turbo's team is he kind of has to bring Stealth Rocks. If he doesn't bring Stealth Rocks to Jirachi, he needs to bring the Claydol for Stealth Rocks. He does not want to be going this whole match without Charizard switching. The other thing I think he will definitely be considering is Sap Sipper, Belly Drum, Azumarill. It does have its problems against my team though. The reason I know he knows about the set is actually I think he might have brought it against OP Jellison in the D-League, but also Zazo Iron Flash Gaming brought it against Chimpact in the CPC like years and years ago. It was this game called Aurus. I don't think you guys will remember it. It's like born in 1952. But yeah, Zazo had a Sap Sipper, Belly Drum, Azumarill to beat. He didn't actually win the game, but whatever. That's not the point. And for sure, Turbo has seen that video. So that would be great for me because I'm not bringing the Zard Y. So let's go into the team that I am bringing. As you guys can see, the first Pokemon on my screen is going to be Cheshire the Gengar with the Choice Scarf, Curse Body of course, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, and Destiny Bond. So actually, okay, first of all I'm going to go into the idea of this team. The other thing also is Slurpuff could have had a decent matchup, but it just doesn't set up on anything. It doesn't set up on anything, man. God damn it, Slurpuff. But the idea with this team is it's an offensive team. It's a very offensive team. I need every Mon to get at least 1 kill and 2 Mons to get 2 kills. That's the game. That's the game plan. Except for Rotom. I need everyone to get 1 kill and at least 2 Mons to get 2 kills, and Rotom doesn't have to get a kill. If it gets a kill, skadoosh, skadam, that's happy. Good times. But we've got Gengar here with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, and Destiny Bond. He really does not appreciate switching into Gengar. He doesn't switch in well at all. I could see a bulky Kyurem coming to switch into the Gengar. I did consider having Focus Blast and Dazzling Gleam on it, but I prefer, it's like my only thing that outspeeds the Aerodactyl, and I prefer having Destiny Bond on it because Destiny Bond pretty much guarantees me a kill against Turbo's team. Gengar is a frail Pokemon, and Turbo's team hits just so hard that I'm going to be able to get a kill, and I'm going to outspeed everything on this team. I am, of course, max speed for the Raichu in case that thing does come. As a Scarf user, it could potentially come. I don't think it's the best because I do have a Piloswine, but you never know, so I am going to stick with it. And even so, it's not like I could afford to go modest, and it's not even like the small amount of HP I would get from not speed creeping Raichu would do me anything good, so I am just going to speed creep the Raichu here. Shadow Ball is going to be a great late game Sludge Wave if he brings the Bulu and the Azumarill. And I weaken down other members on this team. Sludge Wave can definitely clean late game, that's for sure. Next up, we've got a Heat Mew. Oh, okay, guys, so this is me from the future, and I do want to be hiding my Mew set in this team builder because it is a very kind of Heat Mew that I think can really put in work against Turbo again, and it didn't get used in the match. So there will be some edits, and I'm going to cut this bit out with the Mew, and also I'm going to blur it out because I do show it at the end. But enjoy the rest of the team builder, it is a good one. Rotom 50 Cent, I am max speed to outspeed the Nidoking. I'm max HP, because having that little bit of bulk, being able to switch into stuff, if I need to switch into the Emboar, I am going to outspeed the Emboar, and it helps me switch into stuff a little bit better. Hydro Pump is still going to take out the Emboar, and it's still going to take out the Nidoking. I'm not going to be able to take out the Azumarill. Azumarill is a bulky boy with Volt Switch anyway, so I don't feel like I need the special attack. I like having the HP there. With the speed, I am support getting Will-O-Wisp on stuff is going to be really, really nice. Like I said, Rotom is the one thing that doesn't need to get a kill. If Rotom gets a Will-O-Wisp off on Tapu Bulu, I will take that because that means Mew can set up on Tapu Bulu. That means that my Zygarde can set up on Tapu Bulu easily. That means Mufasa can set up on Tapu Bulu easily. Same with the Azumarill. Same with Jirachi unless it's special. And same with Kyurem again unless it's special. Same with Aerodactyl. Turbo's team is slightly more physically offensive than especially offensive. So next up we have the Zygarde here with the Ayape Berry. I Papaberry, I am Mapaberry, I'm your papa, and he's Thy daddy. Coming in with Coil, Dragonlance, Iron Tail, and 1,000 Arrows. So this is a really juicy set, because if he decides to bring like a Berry Tapu Bulu against me, then it's going to be really nice for me, simply because I can DD, and the speed I have, I outspeed him creeping me, creeping his Persian. Woo! That's a lot of creeping, if that makes sense. So if, like, say Aero creeps me creeping, then I'm going to outspeed Aero. If Aero just outspeeds Gengar, I'm going to outspeed Aero at +1. If Aero is full speed, I'm not going to outspeed it till I'm +2, but that means it has a lot less bulk. And I can coil up and go coil up, and then I'm going to have a lot of defense, and my Apple Berry is going to put me out over Aquajet range from the Azumarill. It is the only priority that Turbo has on his team. He has Sucker Punch, Nidoking as well, but that is not very strong priority in my opinion. He also has Sucker Punch Emboar, which again is not strong priority in my opinion, and Zygarde is going to be able to chew those hits after a couple coils. And if I get 2 coils up and 2 Dragon Dances up, I pretty much win the game. After 1 coil, I cannot miss Iron Tail, so that's really nice. And Iron Tail does hit the Kyurem Black and the Bulu and the Aerodactyl. Everything else pretty much drops to the 1,000 Arrows outside of Claydol. If he brings a Claydol, there's a bit problematic to this set, but he does have to prep for Z-move. He has to prep for Z-move Zygarde, and potentially I could run Crunch. So it's just whether he wants to bring the Claydol or not. It would be unfortunate for me if he does bring the Claydol, but after a few, I can easily live 1 hit from the Claydol, 1 Ice Beam, and after a few attack boosts, I'm going to be doing a lot with the 1,000 Arrows, so that's definitely really nice. Azumarill was the other thing, but I can kind of absolutely annihilate that at +3 with a 1,000 Arrows, so that's really nice. So next up on the list, we've got Cobalion here with the Sugar Berry, Stealth Rocks, Iron Head, Close Combat, and Sword Dance. If he brings in a Scarf Nido to revenge me, if he brings in Aerodactyl to revenge me, I do have that Sugar Berry, which is going to be really, really nice for me. Iron Head in Close Combat absolutely annihilate his whole entire team. He doesn't have anything that resists both, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that resists both, so that's really nice. If I get a Sword Dance up, I'm looking very, very threatening. I have a really good speed tier against his team. Only the Persian, which can't really do too much to me unless it runs Technician, Hidden Power, Fire, but even then it's not going to be able to take me out. Also, I can switch in on a Foul Play or a Dark Pulse from a Persian, as I do have a naturally very high defense stat, and I am going to get to +1, so that's really nice. If I can get rocks up, this game is going to help me. I'm playing a very offensive match, so having rocks up, getting that 12% off on everything, breaking sashes, is going to be really, really nice for me. And yeah, that's basically the Mufasa, hopefully, and also it works with Kyurem as well. Sorry, I didn't mention that Earth Power with Kyurem. I can Close Combat on Iron Head, so it's really nice for the combination of those 3. I can set up on a lot of his team because I do have that naturally really big defense stat, and Turbo has a very physically offensive team. So next up is Snorlax with some funky EVs, basically for Superpower Nidoking. I am able to beat that thing 1v1 if I start cursing. Return Thunder Punch is for the Azumarill because I do not want that thing setting up a belly drum on me, and the Aerodactyl mainly because everything else return is going to be doing a lot of damage. And Snorlax should definitely be able to pick up 1 or 2 kills this match. So that's basically the game plan. It's not really one win con, it's for one of, mainly it's going to be Mew, Zygarde, Cobalion, and Belowski. I need all of them to get at least 1 kill, and then one of them to get 2 kills, and then I feel like if I do enough damage, Gengar can clean up in the late game. Rotom can set up for one of those guys to set up. Rotom is also a lead, and Rotom is also here for something I forgot to explain. If he does bring the Masquerain, what I can do is Turbo. If he brings Masquerain, he's bringing webs, that's for sure. He needs, I think he wants to bring a Grass move because every time I've brought Defog, I've brought it on Rotom, I think. I don't think I brought Defog Mew. I think I brought Defog Mew 1 time. Mainly Rotom though. So I think he wants the Grass move. I think he wants the Bug move for my Mew. And then either he wants Quiver Dance or Hidden Power Ice or like Hydro Pump or something along those lines. So what I can actually do is just go out into my Rotom. I can Volt Switch. Then I can either get my Zygarde in or my Cobalion in against the Masquerain, and I basically get a free setup. I avoid if he's Focus Sash, I break the Sash with my Rotom, I outspeed. I avoid the speed drop from the sticky webs, and I avoid the attack drop from the intimidate. So I get a free setup up, and Rotom takes no damage. And if he goes for the energy ball, it's amazing for me because it's not going to do anything to Zygarde, it's not going to do anything to my Cobalion, and I'm going to go ham against the team. So that's the plan if he does bring the Masquerain. I don't think Masquerain is the best bring for him this game, simply because of that. Like, it gives me an opportunity to set up. Originally, actually, I'm not gonna lie, it only just came to my head right now that Mufasa is probably the better switch in to the Masquerain than the Zygarde, because Hidden Power Ice is a huge threat. The only reason I went with Zygarde originally is because it's probably more of a threat to his team, but Source Dance Mufasa, like, he doesn't really switch in well to it at all. So thinking about it right now, I think I'm probably going to switch in my Cobalion. That makes a lot more sense. So that is going to be the team. I hope you guys did enjoy the team. Tell me which member you guys think is going to be the MVP. I'm actually kind of thinking it's Cobalion's debut. I think it might be Cobalion's time to shine. Maybe you just got to think of that. I'm really hoping this Mew can put in work. This could also be the, if I position it right and he doesn't bring Toxic on the right things, this Mew can really go in against his team. So that is going to be all from me today, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please leave a like rating down below. If you are feeling like an absolute legend, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. But other than that, I will smell you later.